Happy time zone. And yes, I think that you should hear me properly. Can you hear me properly? Yes, I believe so. Okay, great. Yeah, I don't know. Annoying bots have begun to invade the stream as of late, which I guess that's something new that I have to deal with. I did not know that bots would start, you know, doing that, but it's fine. As long as I can easily ban them. At least they're not posting anything inappropriate or anything like that. They're just trying to get me to buy views and likes and followers and subscribers. And yeah, no. I'm not going to buy any of that stuff. It's okay if I don't have that many followers or viewers. I'm not going to go around and buy them illegally. That's not good. And buying them from those bots, obviously those are going to be fake viewers and bots anyway, and what good is that? It's not anybody else actually watching, so we're going to ignore them. Anyway, sorry to start the stream off weird, talking about those kinds of things. Every time I see a first time chat, I'm like, oh wow, somebody new, and then it's like, oh no, it's a bot. But it's fine. It's great. They are all scams. That's correct. Great Dream Cartographer, and today Dream Cartographer is here. Welcome, and thank you for hanging out with me today. Yesterday I was not feeling my best, and I was like, you know what? I just need to rest and take care of the things that I need to take care of and rest. And today I'm feeling a bit better, and I think that today we are going to just make it a sprint stream because I realize a lot of these streams are fun. They're cool. They're interactive. We're learning and growing and figuring out about these characters. But I'm not getting too much writing done, which is fine. But I do want to try to see if I can sprint today and get more words on the page, if that is possible. So, without further ado, we are going to see if we can first check in and basically, go over this. But we already kind of know. We are in summer camp, and this is summer camp for World Anvil and NaNoWriMo. And both of those are writing communities where we try to write, and NaNoWriMo is about noveling. So writing novels, but in their summer camp, you can do any kind of goal you want. World Anvil is mainly about world building, but there are some writers there, and World Anvil even has their manuscripts software so that we can write stories in platform. Personally, I do post to manuscripts sometimes, but I usually do my work outside of manuscripts. We went over a lot of the, let's see, summer camp 2022. So we have Expanse and we have Leadership now. And we kind of already have all the placeholders for Expanse. Leadership, we put all the to be announced placeholders, but we didn't really type any kind of words on those pages. We did come up with some great ideas and how we could continue with those prompts, though. And yeah, so we can try to do that. I'm also working on something, finishing up this fun surprise I have for next week on Monday, which will be July 18th, which is Constance's birthday. And if you don't know who Constance is someone's obligatory associate, as he would say, which basically means his partner. But he does not want you to call anybody that works with him his partner. He does not like to claim partners. He likes to work alone. So yes, I might be working on that, and let's see, I can open up my Discord server. And it's not too active, but we're trying. And with this newfound this newfound free time that I have. I've been trying to work on some cool things that we can do. So we can start a sprint. How about for just about 20 minutes? It will be kind of quiet, so I'm going to put some music on and we are just going to sprint for 20 minutes. How about that? Let's see. Sprint. I think that's how you do it. 20 and sprint 10, 20 now. That work? Yes. Okay, great. Now I'm going to join. And if you'd like to join, let me see. I think that I have the copy. Post in the chat the link to my server if you would like to join that server. Dream Cartographer is already there. But yes, if you would like to join and sprint with me, that would be great. If you don't want to join the server and sprint, we're still going to just use that time. So if you'd like to do any writing, drawing, reading, anything you want, you can go ahead and start doing that now. And once the 20 minutes are up, we will hear the little timer and we will stop and talk about what we've done. So I'm going to join without a word count because I'm not sure exactly where I'm working right now. And let's see. We're going to go to find some cool sprint music. I had a bit of music down here in my backpack for my summer camp homework. The problem is I want to make sure that I'm not using music on screen that is not, that I don't have permission to use. This is no copyright music, but I still don't want to. I don't want to play the wrong thing, so I need to check first before I start streaming music. I know this music that I composed is not going to set off any copyright infringement, so we could do that. Let's just find something. Okay, this is my SoundCloud. Okay. Great, and I am going to see if I can just start. This is quite loud, isn't it? There we go. Alright, I am going to start sprinting. And once the sprint bot lets me know that the time is up, then we will check in. So if you are working on any projects, feel free to start working on those projects while we are sprinting. All right, we have 10 minutes left. If anybody was sprinting with me, how are you guys doing? I was cleaning up a bit of a script that I was working on yesterday, and I did not put any of this progress into my NaNoWriMo goal, which of course I did not just type all this. I did type some of it, but I have 671 words, and some of that was from yesterday. I was working on various things yesterday. But while I'm here, before I forget, I want to go ahead and put those 671 words in my nano goal, because one of the problems is that when I do write, for some reason, I don't remember to update my progress here, and then I lose streaks and I lose everything. So, but right now we are at 1,603, and um, we haven't even gotten the 1,667 yet, but we are very close now. We are only about 64 words away from that, and I believe that we should be able to get that on stream, hopefully more. Um, yeah, no, it hasn't been 20 minutes yet, but time does speed by, especially when I'm on these streams. It's surprising. But yeah, we're going to keep going. Now, we are going to do this next 10 minutes quietly, so no music, but we are going to keep going. So let's see what I can do in the next 10 minutes. All right, and I believe that means that our time is up. All right, so let's see how much more progress did I make on that one? All right, that was another 198 words that I did. And I've gotten my badge for, oops, 1,667 words. Yay! Alrighty, so we grabbed the badge. Great job. I'm just gonna put my total words here, even though some of them were from yesterday, I know. 869. Alright, and so that was pretty good. I feel good about that. And I made quite a bit of progress. I see. It says time flies like an arrow and fruit flies like a banana. That's a great joke. Awesome. All right. So great. That's awesome. Now we can go back to our world building. And I know yesterday we were talking about all kinds of different leaders, and I even started reading some of the leader entries that people were that people have already completed for summer camp. So let's see. I'm gonna go to this. Prompts: a great leader of their people. So list all entries. Let's see how many great leaders of their people have been entered already. My work is going to be cut out for me. Look at all those articles already. So we can go through a couple of these. I do not know. I don't know the pronunciations of all these names. But let's see. Interesting. So this one doesn't have any pictures or anything, but it has a lot of information about their family and personal background. They were a captain at a battle. So yeah, I will have to bookmark that one and read it. I recognize this name, Lisbeth, which is the name of one of the characters that one of the people in my writing community entered in one of my epic character challenges. But I don't think this is her. This is not her. This is somebody else. Whoa, there's a lot of information about this Lisbeth person. Oh, it became a short story. All right, so I do love short stories, and it's great to world build with stories. It makes it much. It makes it very interesting to read it, and not just walls of text. Thank you so much for cheering me on, Dream Cartographer. I appreciate you. Counselor Smoke sounds very interesting. There's so many different people. Dazzle. That's an interesting name. Yeah, so we may go through some of these on stream one day, but I probably will have a designated day to do that because I have a feeling that those prompts are those articles are going to start piling up, and I do need to read through them and judge them. Yeah, let's just see what Counselor Smoke is, because that is an interesting name. Counselor Smoke. aka Smoke. He's founder of the Council of Superhumans, PH. That's interesting. Eyes are glowing orange. Wow. So this sounds like some kind of superhero world. Bold Beetle world? This sounds like an interesting world. Let's see. Council of Superhumans. Hmm. Wow. So the Council of Superhumans was organized by Counselor Smoke to combat the issue of superhumans all pursuing similar and conflicting goals. For example, not everyone can aim to take over the world. The purpose of the council is to create harmony between villains so they can pursue their own plans without independently and without needless competition. Oh, so it sounds like this is one of the villains. But that's an interesting concept because a lot of times, me and my siblings joke about this a lot. Like, a lot of times when you think people are evil, like villains, you imagine they're all on the same side, but a lot of times they're not. A lot of times, some villains are like, oh, I want to take over the world. Well, I want to take over the world. It's not like, yes, let's all take over the world together because a lot of times villains have their own agenda and they are not going to work together unless something like this is in place, which is a very creative council that is put in place to make sure, okay, this person is taking over the world. You guys, leave them alone. Let them take over the world. That's fun. That sounds really fun. Um, so, yeah, we are going to read some more about this. Let's see. This was by an author named Van Ryder. I'm going to follow this person. They sound like they have a very interesting world. So there's a lot to explore on World Anvil, and it's really cool. So we will go through those kinds of things. Those are really cool things. But yeah, a reading stream and a writing stream, two different things. I think I'm probably going to try to reconstruct my schedule so that some of these streams can just be fully devoted to reading these entries. I didn't know which one of the prompts I was actually going to sponsor because they did not want me to, they don't want us to know the prompts ahead of time, but they did have on there what kind of article template you wanted. And I immediately wanted character, of course, because I like characters and I like character development and I like to learn about your characters. So I said, if you put me on any prompt, make sure it's a character prompt. And they did. So I'm happy that it was kind of early on so I can have time to, start reading them and not get overwhelmed. But I think we're supposed to have all of August to kind of judge. And then, like, in September, we come up with the winners. So there's no rush and no stress, hopefully. Aw, you appreciate me. I appreciate you too. Now, let's see. It is already 40 minutes into the stream. And we did some good sprinting. We got some words down, so I feel very accomplished in that. I'm feeling better than yesterday, so hopefully I should be able to do a bit more than I did yesterday. But as I said, it's summer camp. We're not supposed to be stressing. We're not supposed to be running amok, wreaking havoc on our lives. We have to take care of ourselves as well. So do remember that, you're drinking water. I have my NaNoWriMo mug here with water. Okay. So it's hot here. I'm not going to be drinking anything warm in that mug right now because I am so hot. We just need water. Yes, so maybe next, just to focus on these last few minutes of the stream, we can just go, because I know I was putting it off because I'm like, well, it's so easy to do. We already have half of the expanse prompts, but it's like if I keep saying that, we're just never going to get to it. So we can go to the expanse prompts and just try to finish them off. Which expanse prompt? Like this. The fake base volcano island has 223 words. That just means that we only need like 77 words to make it 300, and that's ready to submit. So we can just go in here and we can bring that up to code right now. Let's see. Rocket launching private island space based on Earth. owned by Will-O-Wisp, with a large fake volcano for rockets and space vehicles to launch from. Alright, so the island is large and heavily forested. In the center stands a tall mountain that can be mistaken for a volcano. Instead, it is actually a rocky structure with a vast cavern system, I'll say inside, for housing rocket building chambers and experimentation labs. The middle of the mountain is an open chasm tunnel that supports rocket launches. So I can talk about the ecosystem a bit. All around the island, the ecosystem is relatively normal. There are animals and plant life. They are unaltered. All about. A random person visiting the island will not be able to tell that there is anything strange about it until they approach the volcano. Alright. Of course, there's probably going to be some security and stuff around. We can say also this island is not inhabited by any humans. Well, technically the scientists and stuff. This island does not appear to be. Does not appear to be inhabited by any humans. There are no visible settlements or man-made buildings anywhere in sight. Okay. And over the years, Will-O-Wisp sent various students into several space programs around the world to absorb knowledge and bring it back so that the agency could establish their own space operations force. They have accommodated the island to suit these needs and have added several upgrades and additions as time has passed. Okay. Let's see, how many words is it now? Oh, only 288. We can do this. Just 12 more words. 12 more words. Easy. I really kind of wanted every article to have at least 500 words just to make sure that I fit that spot, because some of the words are words, but they're actually like CSS and stuff that's being detected. So I wanted to make sure I was good by doing 500 words per article. But we can touch those up later, because I do want to add art and I do want to add other things. And yes, I also guested on a World Anvil stream, if I told you guys before, and I was talking about the audio elements to it. And Secondhand Samurai Andy, he wanted to know like different things that I do for the audio. How can people use audio in their world building and stuff like that? So I kind of talked about that. And then Quirilian, also known as Q on World Anvil, he wants me to do an article about those audio elements as well. So I am supposed to be doing that so that it can come out in the Imaginarium, which is his little summer camp magazine, e-zine, a thing that he has to help world builders and other creatives to get inspiration. Dream Cartographer says, how do they stop random scientists from trying to study the volcano? That's an interesting idea. I do need to think of that. Oh, yes. So, yeah, some articles do have audio. So, as you know, some of those pages you were looking for early on, you said you were looking for the first meet or the first impressions and stuff like that. So, some of my articles, I have little audio bits in them. And um, so they were wondering, like, if we could use this in summer camp, how could we put audio into our summer camp articles? So I was wondering maybe I could start putting a little bits of audio in each article. It may be a lot. It may be a lot to think about, but it's something cool. It doesn't have to be long audio, but like I said to them, it could just be like a short poem. It could be a oh no, hold on. My computer's about to run out of batteries. Better plug it up before the stream ends abruptly. Okay, there we go. Sorry. Yes, so it could be like a captain's log. If you're writing about a boat or a ship or something like that, and a captain says, well, today it was boring out on sea, so and so, we saw a whale, this and that, we went to this island, it could be anything. It doesn't have to be fully professional, it doesn't have to be dialogue back and forth, it can even be a song, or it could be a person in the world talking to you. I like that kind of approach as well. A person in the world. Yes, I do stream with a laptop. Yeah, I have a laptop. So yep, I'm streaming with a laptop. I just do have a supplemental monitor that I plug up to the laptop as well. But yeah, I'm not on a desktop. This thankfully my laptop is able to stream well. It's just that by it being hot and my battery is kind of, I don't want it to get too overheated, so that's why I have a fan up here, trying to make sure that the battery does not get too overheated. But at the same time, a lot is going on and a lot of things are streaming at the same time. I have two screens, and that takes up a lot of battery. Plus, it was like I didn't give my computer time to rest before I started streaming, so the battery is just draining. So yeah, usually I just have it plugged up while I'm streaming, but I don't like to keep it plugged up too long, because I don't want to overwork the battery, especially when it's hot like this. But yeah, the streaming on a laptop works pretty well for me. But I know some laptops may just get overworked with that, so you do have to take a lot of things into consideration. Um, how do they stop random scientists from studying the volcano? That's correct. So, like I said, we need to think about what kind of security systems they have set up, because as you do approach the volcano, you will start to get a little bit suspicious. So I wonder, do they have? They probably have crews that kind of keep a watch, and then when somebody comes too close, they could implement things that would either discourage them from continuing further, or either I don't know, make them confused with some chemical and then just reset them back to where they were, and then they forget what they were doing or something. I don't know. Those are the kinds of methods that Will-O-Wisp usually works with. But yeah, if they have some kind of animal or something that kind of deters random people from venturing forth, that makes sense. But if it's like a scientist who already has a crew and they are kind of going there on purpose, the thing also is the fact that this island is supposed to be off the radar. So this is not an island that's going to come up in any maps if Will-O-Wisp can help it. So there's actually Will-O-Wisp employees, I guess, Will-O-Wisp sectors that are like their whole goal is to scrub things off of the face of the earth that, you know, really are there, but they don't want them to know they're there. So kind of like, you know how Google Maps has the satellites, and then they look all around and they can tell, okay, there's an island right there, there's an island right there. Will-O-Wisp has people that hack in and erase the island if it is not supposed to be on, you know, if it's not supposed to be on there. And they don't want somebody to be able to go on Google Maps and see that there's an island there because they don't want anybody to know the island's there. So their whole team goal is to delete that kind of data from the public eye. And it's not just Google Maps, it's other kinds of maps as well. It's all kinds of different databases. You can look up things online and see catalogs of, places and buildings and islands and stuff. So that whole division of Will-O-Wisp, which I think that I should cover that in a moment. All their whole purpose is to just go through the whole world, all the world's databases, and make sure that there's no trace of Will-O-Wisp there. So yeah, one of these leadership prompts was profession. What was it? Profession associated with leaders in the world. That's kind of vague. I don't think it's really associated with leaders. An organization associated with government, leadership, or change. Yeah, I don't think these will work. I think that there should be some discovery prompts coming up that may fit that category. I could talk about it maybe there. I don't know what kind of discovery prompts they're going to have, but yeah, that sounds like something more in line with discovery. Yes, just the entire internet? Yes. Only the entire internet. That's all. Just only the entire internet, That's it. But yeah, of course, even books and things like that. It is a huge endeavor, so that's why they have lots of people on the job. And remember that Will-O-Wisp is all over the world. So another thing is that's some of the missions of boring base operatives who don't go out. So like I said, a lot of times when you think of a spy agency, you automatically imagine all of them are just wearing cat suits and going out and fighting crime, or wearing tuxedos and shooting, But not everybody in the spy agency is actually actively out there saving the world. A lot of them are doing secret stuff in secret bases, and they never see. They're never well known. They could just one click of a button, their job is done. But that's how it is. But yeah, maybe they were able to build artificial islands. Yeah, that's the thing. But this is the thing. Some islands are actually created by volcanic activity. So like when there wasn't an island there, there's new islands discovered. There's always new islands discovered. If they haven't been there since the beginning of time, then nobody will notice when they disappear from all records. Exactly. So that's the next thing. There's new islands being discovered even now, and a lot of these islands, some of them are created by volcanic activity. So like when a volcano erupts, the lava forms into a new island and stuff like that. Sometimes there's lots of scientific explanations for new islands appearing, and some islands just weren't detected before. But the thing is, Will-O-Wisp is not new. So even though they weren't there since the beginning of time, they were there before a lot of the modern technology was invented. So when you think, an island that's been there for 20 years, suddenly it's not there anymore and it looks suspicious. But instead, no, 20 years ago, Will-O-Wisp already, did stuff, or already took over this island before it was discovered, and it was before it was in any database. So when people tried to discover it and tried to mark it down and stuff like that, they already kind of had it. So I can't tell you exactly how old Will-O-Wisp is, but I'll tell you that Will-O-Wisp goes back a long way, and it goes back way before a lot of the modern technology that we have. So yeah, that's not just it just appeared, we're going to make it disappear, it just disappeared. Oh, that's weird. Like, it's not like that. Will-o-wisp has lots of varied history, way, 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 way back. Okay, and we have 5 minutes left. Where did we do? Okay. We should finish something about this island. Let's see. Has very security measures in place to prevent people from exploring more of the volcano area of the island. This includes okay, we can go into that more later, but those are the things. And then we can say the main defense is the spelled it wrong. That this island is not on any database or record is deemed undiscovered. Okay, so there we go. And now we have 368 words. Yeah. And since we have 368 words, this is all set. I still don't want to make it public, and I still don't want to add it to the summer camp thing, because I do need to do a lot of cleaning up. How many words did I say it had at first? Like 250 something? So we'll just say that we just typed 100 words. I don't know how many it really was. It was probably a little bit more than 100, but we're just gonna put 100. Anything to go towards our little NaNoWriMo goal. So yeah, this one's all good. We just need to go through and clean it up. And that is that. Let's view it. It probably doesn't look very appetizing at the moment. Of course, it's not. But yeah, and this is something that we need to take care of. It should not be called that. We need to call it something else. I guess the goal of these security measures could be to make the island volcanic area appear to be as dangerous and hospitable as possible. Correct. So the thing is, it's not. This island wouldn't be on any records or any radar, so it's not like scientists will have a planned expedition to go here and explore the volcano. It's just that if somebody happens to say, hey, there's an island here, that's weird, it's not on the map, and then they decide to just go and try to explore, and they're like, well, what is this, what? And then they should just like get confused, or just get like, they for one don't like when people discover their secret islands, but they know it's inevitable. Somebody just randomly boating, somebody may have gotten diverted from by a storm, somebody could have been, swimming. They try to make their islands as remote as possible, away from people who, would populate that area frequently. But it's inevitable that some people will just discover some things sometimes. And that's when they have to have their security in place. Yep, it's for casual stumblers only. That's why, it's not really an island that is known and like, oh, this is Hawaii. Everybody come here. There's a volcano. Secretly, no. They don't want to do it like that. But yeah, you did just notice that this placeholder name is horrible. And we do need to think of something better to do in that area. But I guess that our time is up now. So I thank you guys, everybody who's watching the stream, everybody who's watching it after it airs, who's watching it on YouTube. Thank you so much for supporting. Everybody who's lurking on Twitch or not saying anything, doesn't matter. I still appreciate you guys, and I thank you for stopping by. If ever you do want to chat, feel free to send me a message anywhere. I am everywhere on all kinds of social media sites. So yeah, I love to hear from you guys, but if you'd like to stay in the shadows, feel free. You are still very appreciated and loved. Thanks so much. I love you guys. God bless, much success, and happy camping. Bye. And remember, I am streaming every single day, weekday, at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time for summer camp. So you should see me today, tomorrow, same bat time, same bat channel. All right. Bye.